Hi, we're here at the Executive Summit in Las Vegas. I'm here with Philip Russom, who's the Research Director for Data Management. Philip, today was day one. How did it go?
Yeah, the Executive Summit runs for 2.5 days, so we've completed day one successfully. And we had great speakers. We had a lot of people talking about this intersection between analytics and real-time data collection and real-time reaction to it. So that was pretty exciting for the audience. We also had, we also had folks from Sabre Holdings talking about how they turned their data warehouse, originally built for their own purposes for studying the kind of ticket reservations that they do for the airline industry. And then, years ago, they actually decided, we could sell time on this thing. The data is so good, and we've collected data so broadly. So we talked about how they took something that quite often is considered a cost center and turned it into a revenue-generating platform, and they continue to develop new client-focused applications on the data warehouse.
So the World Conference is in-depth, 8-hour courses, and the Executive Summit's a little bit different. Do you want to talk a little bit about how the Executive Summit is structured and who it tends to attract?
Oh yeah, they're quite different. The World Conference is really a venue for training. And for example, this morning, about 1,000 of us went to a keynote address and had breakfast together, but then most people broke out and went to a 7-hour training course or a half-day training course. So it's really about training. The Executive Summit is a traditional conference. It's one speaker after the next, and typically there are a lot of slides. Luckily, we had some live demos to break that up. We had a nice workshop today, and in the middle of the workshop, basically the audience gets a half hour to work on a task and come up with recommendations. Right? It's like being in school again. You've got an assignment to do. Other than things like that, the Executive Summit is pretty much a straight-ahead traditional conference.
Right, and it tends to focus a little bit more on strategy rather than tactical learning, as you said earlier.
Yeah, the name says it all. It's the Executive Summit, so we do target the content and the thinking behind it toward executives who are trying to make more long-term strategic decisions. And that leads us to tomorrow. So when we come back tomorrow, all the presentations will be about strategies for data management, and not just on the technology side. Nowadays, a really good business strategy will have a plan for IT and even all the way down into a plan for data.
Well, it sounds like day two will be as good, if not better, than day one. I appreciate your time tonight.
Oh, good seeing you, Melissa.